What if your worst nightmare could actually kill you? Tonight, we dive into the chilling origins of one of horror's most iconic villains, Freddy Krueger. But here's the twist. His story isn't just Hollywood fiction. It's rooted in terrifying real-life events. Stay with us as we peel back the layers and reveal the truth behind the nightmare. Welcome back to the channel, horror fans and curious minds alike. In this video, we'll uncover the disturbing inspiration behind Freddy Krueger, the infamous dream-stalking killer from A Nightmare on Elm Street. We read going beyond the movie magic to explore the real medical mysteries in the dark corners of Wes Craven's imagination that brought this character to life. This is the full, terrifying origin story you've never heard before. So, turn down the lights, get comfortable, and let's begin. It all started in the late 1970s and early 80s, not on a film set, but in real American homes. Doctors were baffled by a string of mysterious deaths affecting Southeast Asian refugees. These were young, healthy men who would go to sleep perfectly fine and simply never wake up. Their families told harrowing stories of them screaming and thrashing in their sleep, as if they were battling some unseen terror in their dreams. The official name for this terrifying phenomenon became sudden, unexplained nocturnal death syndrome, or SUNS. Wes Craven, the mastermind behind A Nightmare on Elm Street, read about these cases in the LA Times. The idea of something in a dream being so terrifying that it could physically stop your heart planted a dark seed in his mind. He was captivated and horrified by the story of one young man who refused to sleep for days, convinced that if he did, something would catch him. His family finally convinced him to rest, but in the middle of the night, they were woken by his blood-curdling screams. By the time they reached him, he was already dead. This chilling reality was the true beginning of our Nightmare on Elm Street. From this real-world horror, Wes Craven began to build his monster. He knew this villain couldn't be just another man in a mask. He had to be something that could cross the one boundary we all thought was safe, the line between dreams and reality. Craven envisioned a killer who could invade your subconscious, a place where you are most vulnerable, a predator no one could escape, because everyone has to sleep eventually. He gave this boogeyman a distinct and terrifying look. The fedora hat was inspired by a strange man who had scared him as a child. The red and green striped sweater was chosen because Craven had read that this particular color combination is one of the most difficult for the human eye to process, creating a deeply unsettling visual effect. And of course, there was the glove. Craven wanted a weapon that was primal, something that tapped into our subconscious fears of predators with claws. He combined that with the fear of sharp blades and created the infamous glove with razor-sharp knives for fingers. Freddy Krueger wasn't just another slasher. He was a walking, talking embodiment of powerlessness. A symbol of the fear that follows you even when you close your eyes, and the ultimate proof that you can't run from what's inside your own head. If you're finding this deep dive into Freddy's origins as fascinating as I do me a quick favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow and lets me know you want more spine-chilling stories like this one. It only takes a second, and it means the world to us. Now, back to the nightmare. With the character's design and concept locked in, Craven built the mythology we see in the films. In the world of A Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger wasn't a supernatural demon from the start. He was a man named Fred Krueger, a vile child murderer who preyed on the children of Elm Street. When the parents of the town discovered his heinous crimes, they took justice into their own hands. They cornered him in the boiler room where he worked and burned him alive. But that wasn't the end of Freddy. It was a new, more terrifying beginning. His vengeful spirit made a deal with dream demons, allowing him to return as a supernatural entity. He could no longer harm people in the waking world, but he was given dominion over the dream world. He began haunting the nightmares of the teenagers on Elm Street, the children of the very parents who had killed him. Every scream in the night, every sleepless teen chugging coffee to stay awake, was a direct echo of the real-world fear that inspired the character in the first place, the idea that sleep, our ultimate escape, could become our final prison. Almost overnight, Freddy Krueger exploded into a pop culture phenomenon. What made him so different from the silent, hulking killers of the era like Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees? Freddy talked. And he didn't just talk. He taunted, he joked, he reveled in the fear of his victims. He had a personality, a twisted, dark sense of humor that was both terrifying and strangely charismatic. This unique blend of genuine horror and macabre comedy made him unforgettable. By the late 1980s, Freddy mania was in full swing. He wasn't just in movies, he was a cultural icon. He hosted his own TV series, Freddy's Nightmares, had his own line of toys, appeared on lunchboxes, and even had a song with the Fat Boys. Freddy Krueger had transcended the horror genre to become a household name. A boogeyman that everyone knew and, in a weird way, kind of loved to be scared by. He wasn't just a monster, he was a superstar. But beneath the pop culture fame, the one-liners, and the merchandise, lies the unsettling truth that gives Freddy his lasting power. He was born from real nightmares. The story of those young men who died in their sleep is the dark heart of the franchise. Freddy Krueger represents the ultimate fear of losing control. Not just of your surroundings, but of your own mind. Is the personification of the terror that can come from within. That's why, decades after his first appearance, he still haunts our collective imagination. He's more than just a movie monster. He is a symbol of the terrifying possibility that our deepest fears can manifest and harm us in ways we coo and fight. The real horror of Freddy Krueger is that he lives in a place we can never truly barricade. So the next time you watch A Nightmare on Elm Street and hear that chilling nursery rhyme, "I want to, Freddy's coming for you," remember where he really came from. He isn't just a character cooked up in a Hollywood studio. He's a reflection of real fears, real tragedies, and the unsettling darkness that can lurk within our own dreams. Thanks so much for watching this journey into horror history. If you enjoyed it and want more stories that will keep you up at night, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Until next time, sleep tight.